This video is for adult collectors. Hi everyone, this is a video review of the Transformers Studio Series Voyager class Bumblebee Shockwave. First, I want to talk about the elephant in the room. You may have heard online that Voyager Bumblebee Shockwave has no bicep swivel or any rotation above his elbow. I'm going to confirm that's true. So, see, here's his elbow. Bends right here. And then above that, there's no sort of rotation between the shoulder and that elbow, which is unfortunate. Doesn't have any rotation between his shoulder and the elbow. Just like the original Energon Megatron I've reviewed on my channel. Doesn't mean it's a bad figure, it's just missing that articulation we'd expect when playing with modern Transformers figures. I will admit I don't like it. So if I off the chest piece here, you can see the arm is actually attached on this mushroom joint. So let's hope DNA or unofficial third party will make an upgrade kit, give us arms with a swivel between the shoulder and the elbow. Going over the rest of the articulation, has what you'd expect from a Generations figure. So shoulder can go up, go out, shoulder joints in the arm, which is always good. I can look left and right, can't look up and down so much. Got swivel at the waist. Legs can go up, out too. Oddly enough, there's a double swivel in the thigh here. These can bend degrees. Gold can pivot inward, but not by a great degree. At least you get swivel in the wrist still, and swivel above the forearm due to the transformation. So articulation is good aside from the lack of a swivel between the shoulder and elbow. So I'm going to go back to looking at the box, which is something I usually do at the start of my reviews. You can see some nice artwork of Shockwave on the front. You see a larger version of that artwork on the side, and a close-up of Shockwave's face on the other side. His back, I can see, comes with a cannon that goes on his arm, and you can see it shows he has a backdrop behind him. So, hook this up. Get it out. Just center this in the camera and fan this out a bit. And like sticky here. Yeah, seems to fit fine there. That's actually one of the biggest Voyagers we get nowadays, which I guess compensates for the lack of the joint in the arm we all miss. It still looks like very cool. A new take on Shockwave. Obviously the G1 influence is there, but there's enough of the design that's newly molded that feels very new and exciting at the same time. Not much going on the back. Although you do see the use of what's called some pins instead of some screws instead. I'm not sure if that's good. I guess if you got a good copy figure, you don't want to fix anything that's good, because pins better than screws. Let's go to the cannon arm. Here it is. In order to get this on, doesn't come packaged with it on, so you sort of have to know how to get the hand in the arm for the transformation. So just by reading one part of the instructions, so you get this. You just actually stick in this smaller tab in the forearm. So you put the cable back in here. Very cool looking cannon arm. Did watch that toy guy's review of Shockwave before recording this video. He mentioned the antennas here are to be on a softer plastic, which now that I'm feeling these in hand, they definitely do. Sort of like the softer plastic we see in figures like Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Star Wars Black Series, Marvel Legends. So all in all, robot mode looks very cool. Articulation's alright, except for the lack of any rotation between the shoulder and the elbow. Cannon looks awesome. Robot mode is awesome, aside from the lack of any rotation between the elbow and shoulder. So let's move on to the transformation. Get the cannon on arm off. The instructions just say to get it off the forearm, but I prefer to have it off entirely. I don't want it bouncing around, hitting the figure. And I just prefer it out of the way. So what we want to do is pull these out a little bit. I'll enable you to rotate these up, push these in. The feet here. Supposed to here. They're supposed to pull the chest down. You want to get this tab here into this slot here, and this whole peg here into this hole here. So it locks in at those 4 points. So just want to get everything in place. Then you're supposed to fold this part of the chest down. Then you'll get and with the chest down, you can get the head up here. I think you can get the head, if I remember right, you can actually put the head all the way down here, and then actually get I did mention the forearm rotation as part of the transformation. You're supposed to get this, if I could point it out clearly, this tab behind the forearm guard into a slot in the arm, I forget. So hold on. Just gonna take care of the other hand first, and let's see if I can remember what it was. Oh yeah, it was this. Get these tabs between this tab here. So yeah, so I guess it was on the other side, and get this tab into this slot here. I'm gonna put get this peg down in the cannon, put it in this hole here. Let's see. I think you're also supposed to accordion this cannon out here, so. Yeah, now it seems to look better. Then you get the hose back in here. Shockwave in his tech mode. It's not much I think there is to say about it. Sort of the tank mode we've come to expect from Shockwave since Transformers Animated. I do like how the chest design here is showing up at the front. And I think the purpose of the rotating these little bits at the back legs is to get these wheels out so it can sort of roll around. Obviously, this looks very much like Armada Megatron with the 4 treads. I like how this section on the shoulders show up as sort of rear spoiler on the back. Yeah, so all in all, halfway decent tank mode for a version of Shockwave that I don't think ever transformed in the movie. Transform him back. Yeah, so it does suck he didn't have the swivel between the shoulder and elbow. But at least the transformation's not overly complex like we've come to expect from many movie figures. Cuts down. The hands out. Yeah, I'm gonna get the cannon back here. So tab back out here. Accordion this cannon. Hand back in. So all in all, this is a very awesome looking Shockwave figure that I think was very close to being a great figure. However, most people who've heard about it miss the lack of any rotation between the elbow and shoulder. It does result in a simpler transformation. Unfortunate, since even the core class Shockwave had the rotation between shoulder and elbow, although I've yet to get that figure, let alone do a review on it. I mean, if you want a more articulated Shockwave, there's the core class, although it's probably not as detailed. There's also the YOLO Park model kit. That doesn't transform, but Shockwave, I don't think ever transformed in the movie, as far as I can remember. Even though most Cybertronians have an alternate mode, a few Cybertronians don't have alternate mode, like Alpha Trion didn't in the G1 cartoon. Also, there's nothing special about the Shockwave's alternate mode. It's just sort of four-threaded tank mode we've come to expect from Transformers Animated. Overall, I think this will be a nice addition to your collection if you're trying to build a collection of Cybertronian mode pre-Earth Transformers, like from the Bumblebee film or the War for Cybertron games. Aside from the lack of any rotation between the elbow and the shoulder, he's missing that articulation, just like how the original Energon Megatron didn't have it. But that doesn't mean he was a bad figure. I mean, it wasn't a bad figure. Though the modern core class Energon Megatron we have today has a ball joint, so therefore he could rotate between his elbow and shoulder. Though I will admit, I miss the lack of any rotation between the elbow and shoulder, like most people who've heard about him lacking that articulation. Please like this video, and if you do, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's it for my review. Bye.